Three, it's a simple thing and it may not mean a lot to a lot of you, but to me it does. I figured we'd change up scenery a little bit for the fifth and final reason. And the fifth and final reason kind of hits home hard because the fifth and final reason
there's hate, lies and games, faith.
All right, so here we go. 5 reasons why you should get the 3rd generation Toyota Tacoma over the new 4th generation that just came out, right? So let's get into it. The first reason is, well, and it's the most important to me. I'll show you real quick. First reason is that you can still get on the 3rd generation or 2023, you can get a manual gearbox paired up with one of these bad boys. Let's see there. There we go. So you can get it with a naturally aspirated V6. All right. So you get your V6, naturally aspirated, tough as nails, can take anything you're gonna throw at it, and still get your manual gearbox. That's one of the #1 reasons why you would want to get a 3rd generation Tacoma over the 4th generation that just came out, because the 4th generations are all like 4-cylinder turbos, IMAX with like electric assistance, but nonetheless 4-cylinder turbos. So yeah, if you want a V6, get the 2023. That's the last year for the V6. All right, so get that. Now, the next reason why you're gonna want 3rd gen versus the 4th gen is that, in my opinion, right, and this is just like a looks thing, I think the 3rd gen looks better. It has a more classic look. It looks well more put together. Like, it seems more metal and less plastic. When you look at the newer ones, it just kind of looks plasticky. It doesn't look as tough, right? It doesn't look as tough as this one. It's like, you know, you got your 4x4 Sport written on here. I think on the new one, the 4x4 Sport looks a little bit smaller. I mean, it's cool. It looks like a novelty thing, but just, you know, not the same. Not on the same level looks-wise to me. This looks like a sturdy truck, you know? So that's #2. Now, #3, it's a simple thing and it may not mean a lot to a lot of you, but to me, it does. It's the back window on the back here. On the 3rd gens, these are a lot bigger. On the 4th gens, those are like a lot smaller. So that's something else to consider, right? That's the I would say, yeah. Well, for me, that'll be the 3rd thing. It's like, I like the fact that, and obviously, you know, you can open up that window with this right here. I'm not sure how that's going to be on the 4th gens, but yeah, I like that it has like a bigger rear window that can open up. And the 4th reason where you might want to get a 3rd gen over the 4th gen that just came out would be the infotainment system, or navigation. Actually, let's just focus on the navigation. So on the 3rd gen, you can just hit map and you have a built-in navigation here. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to do anything. The 4th gen has that Tundra infotainment system where like you have to pay to get, you know, you have to have like a subscription in order to get the navigation with it. So with the 4th gen, you got to pay. On the 3rd gen, you do not have to pay the subscription. It has an embedded GPS and an embedded navigation system. So you know, that's just a little thing, but something that you know would actually, some people actually care about it. So if you're one of those people, then you want to get a 3rd gen over the 4th gen. And lastly, the 5th thing, I figured we'd change up scenery a little bit for the 5th and final reason. And the 5th and final reason kind of hits home hard because the 5th and final reason is price. So the price on these 2023 Tacomas, you can get them at or maybe in some cases below MSRP. And I know a lot of dealerships like Toyota of Melbourne, they're actually doing like 0% financing on these. So you can get these at a great price. So that's something to think about, the price versus on the 2024s. You know, whenever something shiny and new comes out, the dealerships will mark them up, especially, you know, if there's a scarcity of them, there's not a lot of them out there. So you could almost expect, because I remember that happened with the Tundra when those came out, those were marked up. So you could almost expect the 2024s to be marked up. So if you don't want to spend, you know, like 5, 10, 15K over MSRP, get you the 23. You can get it, you know, at MSRP or below, and you can get them with decent financing. So yeah, let me comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. Or just from this video, are you more interested in getting a 3rd gen or 4th gen Tacoma? Comment and let me know. Oh, and bonus, on the 3rd gen, well, actually on the 4th gen, it's not going to sound as good because of, look, back to that V6, man. It just sounds better to me than the 4th gen. You know, I heard when they were like revving it and stuff from everybody that was reviewing the 4th gens, and yeah, I just prefer the sound of the, you know, the rumble. There's like a little rumble that you get on these V6s with the 3rd gen Tacoma, and I'll let you guys hear it. I talked about this in another video before, but it kind of has like a good, it sounds like a mild cam, but that's like, you know, the engine kind of cleaning it itself out. So yeah, so I don't know if you guys can hear that, but yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. And then, you know, and then lastly, just to kind of add on to it, this is a tried and true, you know, proven truck. You know it's going to get you to where you need to go and back, and it's going to be extremely reliable. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Race Car Friends out.